one of the Western Conference Finals, guys.
And you talked about the jump start at the Lakers. That's what Phil Johnson said about Lamar and Steve Nash. Great times makes a tough shot. But it's like double dutch. He double dutched into this game very easily. You ever see the kids play double dutch outside and you see a guy waiting to jump in? Lamar Odom's that guy waiting to jump in. So as soon as he jumped in, he's just right in the mix and right on turn. He doesn't have to get warmed up against the Suns. And then Ron Artest early hit a couple of threes, but was a reluctant shooter for the rest of the game. But see, now he gets to dribble. He gets to dance. He used to move around, get in the lane. He doesn't do this against other teams because other teams play a different style.
Well, I'm just wondering, how are the Suns going to play better? They almost shoot 50%. They got 25 assists, which means they're passing the ball to one another. Now, they didn't rebound well. We talked about Lamar Odom having 19 rebounds. The starting five for the Suns had 20 total, so they've got to rebound better. But
they got to shoot the three better. Obviously, they were 5 out of 22.
That's their key is shooting the three. And what did we say about the Lakers? They're the #1 team that takes away the three against anyone.
But one of the points I was trying to make, they can't do anything better but shoot threes. That's why they got to go smaller with Lopez, take him out the way and go smaller. That is the only thing they can do.
But weren't you the one person a few years ago when Avery Johnson made that big change in this lineup going against the Golden State Warriors? You said, "Oh, you're showing your hand. You can't. You won so many games. You can't do that."
That's what I said before.
If they go small against the Lakers, you saw what they did against Utah and how small they were. You're just going to pound them to death down low.
But that's the only chance they got, Reggie, of outrunning the Suns. They're not going to beat the Suns. That's what you said. What you said, they played pretty good except for this. The only thing they can do is shoot the three better. And that's Channing Frye, and that's Dudley, guys like that.
How about Kobe Bryant's third quarter?
I mean, you could see it coming. It was an avalanche coming, and you just was in the way. If you're the Phoenix Suns, he shot the ball so efficiently in the first half, and he had the bounce in his step. He was able to make that second effort. That's how I notice if guys are getting it done. When you get covered here, you make the second effort to cut to the basket. The first effort was covered. Most guys, when they're not having a great night, will allow you to cover you that first effort.
He had 21 in the third quarter.
And let's say this, Kobe Bryant has not practiced the last 6-7 days for the Lakers, but that does not mean, and we know Kobe.
Oh, he's been shooting.
He's been shooting. He rents out gyms. Him and his trainer, they put up anywhere between 500 to 1,000 shots. So it hasn't been like Kobe's been sitting on his couch somewhere chilling with his leg up after being drained.
Kind of like you and I've been doing.
Exactly.
So I think
those 13 for 23 from the field.
I think the other thing is because Bynum's not really playing. I think that's why Alvin Gentry feels that Lopez is going to make a difference. But in the same token, you just have to defend better. But and the more things, like Charles, I will agree with you. You just have to score. And
that's their only chance.
They shot 58%.
No,
the Lakers.
The Suns are never going to be a great defensive team. What I'm saying, the only thing they can do is speed the game up and try to make more threes. They're not going to win like this.